Hello everybody. As you can read by the video description, I did do some research about that metal tag that we found. Apparently, I googled the name, and the name belongs to a crematorium and funeral home. So what that tag is it gets attached to the toe of a deceased person when they're delivered to the funeral home. Using this tag, the family is able to identify the remains of their deceased family member, and they're able to track that number throughout the process. So that tag is used to identify a body, and when a body is cremated, the tag is often included in the cremation and included in the ashes when it's presented to the family, so the family can still identify the remains, make sure the remains are the correct ones that they get. What happens is that tag sometimes it gets tossed out when the ashes are spread out in a memorial service. But another possibility is we found a lot of items in the water when we went searching in the park that day. A lot of the items, such as the coin collection, or that tag, and potentially the engagement ring we found, even though it was a little further upriver, and the keys that we found, and a bunch of things in the water that very much could possibly be very old, stolen property. I don't know this for sure yet, but it's very possible those items we found were stolen. So if someone's urn was stolen and those things were tossed into the river, it's altogether possible someone's remains were stolen from their family, and those remains were broken in the water, the ashes dispersed, and only the tag is left. If that's the case, I would very much like to return the tag to the family, as well as the items if they can identify them to me. So what I've done is I've contacted the funeral home that is printed on the tag, and I've asked them if they would be willing to identify the numbers printed on the tag, the identifier number, if they could point me in the direction of the family whose urn this is, or whose remains belong to this tag. So I'll wait and see if they'll get back to me, if they're willing to work with me. If I can find the family, I'll track them down and see if they'd like the tag back, and see if they can identify the property that was nearby the tag. If they do not get back to me, I do intend to return the tag back to the water where I found it, just in case these are someone's remains that wanted to be scattered there. So I do want to treat this respectfully. I do want to be very careful, just for the respect of the family. But I will do my due diligence. I will try to find out if the remains were supposed to be there, and if not, I will return them to the family. So thank you guys for sticking with me through this. I'm glad we were able to figure out what that was. At the time when I found it, I had no idea that these were from remains. If I had known, I definitely would not have taken the tag with me, just out of respect for the family, but not knowing what it was and retrieving it, I will attempt to see if the family would want the tag back, or if they'd like me to put them back in the stream where I found them. So when I find out, I will update you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!